Yes Money partner. I'm gonna be real honest. Like, this is the first time I've done this, because I usually help other people meet their goals. So I'll be, part of that team. So now I have my own goals, and I'm not really sure, like I started it already, but I just want to fine tune it and make sure that I execute well this year. And I don't want to try to reinvent the wheel, so you have this class.
Awesome. One thing we're not going to do today, we're not going to use the word try. One thing that I really want you all to walk out of here knowing is we want to evaporate, eliminate, totally remove the concept, because it is a concept. The word try. Try to take that out of my hand.
Did I say try?
Try to take it out of my hand. Try to take it out. You're taking it out of my hand. Give it back. Try to take it out of my hand.
There we go.
Try to take it out of my hand.
No, let's not try.
You're either doing it or you're not. You get it?
Yeah.
I'll come back to you, brother. Good looking young man. Talk to us. What is your expectations of the day? What's your name?
My name is Roger Moore. My mom's in she invited me to come here.
Oh.
And I'm fairly new to everything. I'm actually going to get my license and sell life insurance in America.
Sure.
And I'm just going to learn how to set goals and go into 2019 strong.
Well, your mama's proud of you. She's been talking to me about you.
You gotta eat my son, I'm proud.
Yeah. First of all, tell us about your all's situation.
You got a situation?
Yeah. Talk about the situation. Tell them how they can get there and all that kind of stuff. Then tell us what your expectations are.
Let you go, right? Situation.
I think he looked at you, son, so we're gonna.
Well, Rob and I co-own a brokerage, Just Properties. We also have a co-working space. I'll let you elaborate on that. But my thing, Johnny, is about outcomes. Getting outcomes, but I want different type of outcomes. So that's one of the reasons why I came to the class, because I did not wake up anticipating coming today. My partner said, get your butt here. And so I'm here, so I'm going to take it out.
Talk to us.
So your video that you posted yesterday, so intriguing. So I'm like, there's some next level behaviors that go with next level living that I'm sure I'll pick up today. So it was essential for us to do. And there you have it.
Well, I'm glad you all came. They're being modest. They have a spot over our belt line that you can go plug in at any point and use it. Just got a free-land spot like a work share. Let's make sure we support them. Jay? Okay.
I'm Jay. I work in credit repair and debt counseling. I am here today to gain information on goal setting, see if there's any other anything that I want to add to my business plan. So I'm always looking to add new goals to my plan.
Awesome.
My name is
For the
Retired.
fourth time. This is our fourth time meeting.
I know,
That's why,
right?
yeah.
I'm Retired Moore with Keller Williams, Park Cities, Dallas. Actually, I just need to do 2019 differently. I said, because I learned a lot in 2018, and I want to be strategic, and I want to go from being entrepreneurial to purposeful and making my business go to the next level.
Awesome. Tina, talk to me. What are your expectations today? I don't normally let the other side come into my meetings.
I don't even know what it is, Johnny. You just told me to come.
Thank you. I love, for the record, you all, I love Tina. She works for a rival title company, but I love her so much. I just want her to be a part of all things.
Well, who are you?
Kristen, come on.
Why are you over there?
Come on up here. Come on up here with me. I want to introduce y'all.
Good morning to you.
This is one of our marketing reps out in Fort Worth. I am making her entirely uncomfortable right now. Tell them who you are, what you do, and how you can make their life better.
I am Kristen Huffy with Community and National Title, and I love what I do. I actually used to be a realtor. I still am licensed. I try not to work as hard as you do. I work really hard for Johnny. I'm passionate about what I do, helping you build your business and create a lifestyle that you want. So very excited to be here to learn what Johnny has to say about setting some better goals.
What is your expectation of today?
To learn a different way to do things. Yes.
This is one of the most competitive people I've ever seen. Come on, Tina, talk to me. What is your expectation of today?
Oh, that's a good one.
My expectation for today is just to see how you actually do things, really. I have my own personal goals already set for 2019. I'm sure most of you in this room probably have those set as well. Hopefully I'll get to work with a lot of you guys. I am with Valero Title, like you said, a rival title company. Isn't it nice when people that are, I don't see competition, we do collaboration. So I'm just here to see.
I'm bringing Tina over, she can kill all that.
I already know.
She showed up. Yeah, she showed up. That's all I needed. As a matter of fact, enough, Tina.
She'll be working with you.
What is your expectations of the day?
I am Paulette Mahone, Keller Williams Realty DeSoto, and I am here today because I must do better with my business, and I feel that, I've got my goals on a napkin somewhere, but I feel that I'm more organized and I have some accountability. I'll do better. Gotta do better.
Talk to me about it.
My name is Chris Scott. I just came really to learn more about goals and see where I can improve in setting my goals.
Thank you. And Helen?
Hi.
You're not exempt.
I'm Angelica Garcia. I own a digital marketing company and I do digital marketing for Community National Title. I'm here because Johnny's here.
This beautiful couple back here, what are you all's expectations of today?
Hey, good morning. This is Andrea Allen. This is my husband Jerry, and we have some goals that we've actually talked about for quite a few years, but now 2019 is the year that we actually need to put those goals into action, and we just want to see those come into fruition.
Alvin, what are your expectations of today? Tell y'all about Alvin no first. Alvin drove me down to San Antonio, I guess 2 weeks ago now. We've got a phenomenal budding situation together. Ever since I met Alvin, it's just been good stuff. I ain't gonna get there. Go ahead, tell us your expectations.
And I've never set goals. And since I've been hanging with you and TK, y'all have challenged me to do more. So my expectation for today is to anchor some goals that I've been dreaming about for a really long time. And anchor, I heard you say that. That's
Thank you for sharing. So let me tell you all why this happened. I am not the best person at setting my own personal goals. I actually woke up one morning in 2008 and I told my wife, I'm gonna be diabolical about making this money this year. She said, well, you probably don't want to be diabolical. You should look that up. You and our word. And we looked it up. We had some demonic correlations. So I said, I'm gonna be beastly about making this money this year. She said, can you just not pick good words? Beastly is not, you know, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, he wasn't good until he shifted from beast. So anyway, I got to a place where I said, you know what, I'm very specific, I'm very intentional about making money this year. But not making money for the sake of just making some money. Making money for the sake of shaping and changing the legacy. Does that make sense? And I did a fairly decent job. I left some carcasses behind me that I had to pay for that, right? Mainly because I didn't have a plan. I literally have gone through the last probably 6 or 7 years. My business partner Phil and I, you know, we fuss and cuss at each other about setting goals. And we've not done just the best job of it, but we've done a far better job of it recently. But I want to be more intentional. So I woke up one morning this year, and I called my good friend, TK, Terrell Knight. And I said, TK, I need to set some goals. And he said, well, what you calling me for? I said, because you are my friend that gives me all this buttery mental goodness. And I need to get on it and set these goals. TK has got me involved in neuro-linguistic programming. He's bought me so many books. TK got me tracking down books out of print. I'm embarrassed to tell you how much I paid for this $4.95 book back in 60-something, 40-something, whenever it came out. But this has been one book. This is the third one that I bought. But this has been one of the most blessed investments that I have ever made. TK also put me on mind power, metacognition, thinking about what it is that I'm thinking about. You're not really here to listen to me today. What I'm doing is I'm bringing up my mentor for you all, right? And he don't like when I say that, but he is one of my mentors. Alvin is one of my mentors. It just so happens what I found is we can befriend our mentors and have close relationships with them, but they still kind of keep us, hands safe and give us the information that we need in order for us to go to the next level. My objective this year, if I expressed to you what my goals are this year, some of y'all break out laughing. But if I go back to 2013 and I tell you how I got down to my last $12,000, some of you may be saying, that ain't no money. Or some of you may be saying, that's a lot of money. But if you knew how much I had before, $12,000 in the series of events that took place that just drained all of the money, and how it was so outside of my control, and how the only thing that saved me was this internal, anchored desire to come back and do more. So this is my expectation of today. My expectations for TK to bust you out on the side of your head, because he is. But for you to realize the anchors that lie within you, right? So many times we depend on too many external things. Don't worry about what other people are doing. It's irrelevant. Because at the end of the day, it's about us. It's about what we're doing to get to the next place, to push forward. Price, you talking about doing this stuff? It's time for you to go get rich now. Like, you've been pussyfooting. And he's my homeboy. I've been beating him up all his life. We used to run track together. He never beat me. I beat him every time we raced. Every time. So he's used to this kind of punch back and forth. But it's time for him to go to the next level. And he's done a phenomenal job. But he knows, I'm telling the truth, it's just time. The time is now, right? And as friends, we need to make sure we're surrounding ourselves with people that are not going to cater to our feelings, but are going to have the ability to separate facts from emotions. Look at one more, right? I want you to deal with facts. This is how you build business. This is how you go out and you make money. This is how you accomplish your goals. By viewing life from a factual position. Not about what makes you feel good, right? What makes you feel good was got you in trouble for the last 18 years had you paying child support, right? Real talk, right? You understand what I'm saying? Bad metaphor, but you get it. That's right. So, take some deep breaths. Come on up, TK. Take some deep breaths. Come on, let's do it together. Close your eyes. Close them. Don't see nobody's eyes open. Close your eyes, guys. Let's be led just for a little bit. Close your eyes, Kristen. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Blow it out. Do it again. Do it until you feel goosebumps. All right, TK. God bless.
What do you think? Do you have some programs running? Do you have some programs running in your background that are either supporting or not supporting? Do you have that? Right? You might. We all do. So it's called subconscious because it's below your conscious. And so limited beliefs are normally outside of our awareness. We're not aware that they're there. But you think thoughts over and over and over again, like, I just can't, I'm not good at prospecting. I'm not good at prospecting. I'm not good at prospecting. They always pull out at the last minute. They always pull out at the last minute. They always pull out at the last minute. They always pull out the last minute. And they pull out at the last minute. Right. And then you go, oh. Well, that's what you've been putting in the universe. So the mind is a sending and receiving station for the vibrations of thought. So you ever think about somebody and then they call you? You go, I was just thinking about you. Right? Well, you put that in the universe. And so what happens is when a computer has a bad program, they don't sit down and say, well, listen, computer, you need to change. They just write another program. And so I was talking to a friend of mine last night, or another guy I was talking to last week, and he said, well, how do you find those limited beliefs? I'm like, you really don't need to find the limited beliefs. You need to first figure out what you want, and then focus on that and overwrite the program. So when they tell you, have you ever heard you should write your goals out every day? Well, when you write your goals out every day, when you physically write them out, it's a kinesthetic anchor. It's connected to the body. And you do it over and over and over through repetition. And that's how come you're more likely to hit your goals if you write them out every day. Because it becomes a part of the body and part of the mind. Are y'all excited?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a Primerica guy. You're in the Primerica office, so we real crunk in Primerica. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if y'all know nothing about that, but you know, we get excited, okay? We excited about life and the chance to win, the chance to be successful. So as long as you sit in my office, you're gonna have to get excited, all right? And get pumped up, all right? You know, do something. We, you know, normally I make people do jumping jacks. I'm gonna let y'all slide a bit, okay? We'll put jumping jacks on y'all. All right? Okay, good. So we're gonna get into some criteria about helping you crystallize your goals. Right, so let's go through it. So first of all, number one is controllable. You want to make your definition within your control, not based on outside circumstances. You know, that's like saying, you know, what you want to make your spouse do. Anybody tried that one? Sure.
Is this interactive?
Yes, it is interactive.
Please be interactive.
So, in sales, I'm not gonna say what a lot of people think, but I'll just tell you how I used to.
Okay.
That it was really hard for me to control what my goal was to go 5,000 of this. Okay? When I don't necessarily control the market, how people can sell me this or do that, no, definitely do that.
Okay. Well, you can control it because number one, you know what you want, and let's say to acquire a property, right? You got to look at 100 of them, right? Well, I mean, if you look at 200 of them, then you know you're going to get one. So you just work the numbers. So you do have control over the outcome, right? Now, if you're trying to get somebody else to buy a property, and that's different. You with me? Like I can't have a goal for what I want Johnny to do because I'm not in control of that. Does that make sense? I'm not in control of that. So you want to do things that it's like saying, oh, I want my wife to do this. And good luck with that. You know. Okay, y'all gotta wake up, okay? Y'all gotta laugh. You gotta laugh at all my jokes. Come on, what means to you. Otherwise, you gotta take everybody's definition. See, my friend, his definition of success was to be able to pick his kids up from school and take them home and do their homework. Because he was able to do that, in his mind, he was a success. He still made a crap load of money, but I'm just saying that was important to him. He might have could have made more money, but it wasn't as important to him as being able to pick his kids up and go help them with their homework. He felt like that long range was more important than maybe another couple $100,000, right? Okay. And so it's principle based. Establish your definition on absolute truth, not subjectivity, timely, or situational value. Okay? So that's some criteria. Let's go to the 7 reasons that people don't set goals. Okay? Okay. They have not accepted personal responsibility for their lives. Now, I'm going to share this with you. Everybody is self-made. I repeat that. Everybody is self-made, but only successful people will admit it. See, where you are right now, you did that. Wherever you are in life, you did it. You made you right now, right? Wherever you are, you might like where you are, you might not like where you are, but you did it. You did it, right? And so the first thing is you got to take responsibility for that, but you did it, right? And so you created the world around you because of the way you think. Now, The Strangest Secret by Napoleon Hill, by Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret, you know, Johnny, it's really good to do this in my office because I'm so at home in my office. Y'all in trouble. That's my house. Right? It's like home village anyway. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Y'all ever heard of Earl Nightingale? Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Earl Nightingale. Who knows what The Strangest Secret is? Got one. Anybody else? 2? My friend, you don't count. Okay. Okay, good. So that means most of y'all don't know. That's why it's a secret. See? That's why it's a secret right there. I'm going to have to charge y'all. I'm going to charge you. But The Strangest Secret is very simple. It's 6 words. And those 6 words are, you become what you think about. You become what you think about. Right? That is The Strangest Secret. You become what you think about. So what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about it's tough? Are you thinking about I'm a champion? Are you thinking about, man, everybody buys from me, everybody wants to do business with me. I just seem to attract qualified people. Woo! Somebody getting blessed right now. Okay, I'm just saying. All right? What are you thinking about? Right? What are you thinking about? Are you thinking I'm excited? Man, today's a great day. Man, I could be living in a country without freedom. Are you thinking about that? You should be thinking about that. I saw Vice yesterday with Dick Cheney, right? It's a really good movie. You know, I just love political stuff. It was really good, you know. But you should be thinking about all the freedoms that we have. I know we got problems in America, but hell, you can get rich, right? You can't get rich in China, right? Can't really get rich in Brazil necessarily. It's tough in some other countries, man. It's suffering in the world. So are you walking around thinking about, man, I'm in the greatest country in the world and nothing's holding me back? It don't matter if you're black or white. You can be president in America if you're black. Ain't no limits. Are y'all excited? See, when I get excited, I get excited. Right? I get excited. But if you're not excited, that's an energy. How are you going to transfer it to anybody else? Right. So you're sitting there with a client, man, I am so excited about you to have the American dream of home ownership. Whoa! We got to get you started. Well, give me a paycheck stuff. Let's get going. Let's get you qualified. Oh, I know a mortgage person is going to change your life. Oh, let's go look at houses, right? Y'all got to get excited. Yeah. So you got to accept personal responsibility. This is why you need to set goals. Number 2, people fear criticism. So you're going to show your goal to somebody and go, man, you can't do that. That means you're on the right track. Oh, it means you got some haters on you. You're doing good. You're doing good. The more ridicule you get, then that means you're on the right track. If they go, oh, you can do that, you ain't going to be nothing, okay? They're supposed to look at you and go, you ain't going to do that. Who the hell you think you are, right? All right. They don't know how to set goals. We're going to fix that today, okay? They don't realize the importance of goals. Listen, the way you think has everything to do with your life, personally, emotionally, everything. Look around your whole life, right? There's a lot of women in this room. I'm going to go there. Please don't get mad at me. But you know you've met women who say, there ain't no good men. 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 There just ain't no good men. You the only one with a good husband. Ain't no good men. They meet a guy to get excited, and he's a dog. Right. Well, how are you going to get a good guy when all you put in the universe is ain't no good men? Right. So you attracted a dog. You attracted somebody that wasn't good because that's your dominant thinking. Right? That's your dominant thinking. Ain't no good men. So you have to change that. Say, man, God got one set aside just for me. It's going to be easy. He going to come find me. I ain't got to go get it. He going to do everything right. And that's all you think about, and you'll meet a nice guy. Right? You'll meet a nice guy. Just saying, that's how it works. They've experienced the curse of early success. Oh my God. I've been in business for 26 years. I've seen a lot of things. Right? Somebody come in and blow up real quick. They think they know it all. So you think, I don't need no goals because I'm already winning. I don't need all that stuff. I just do it. Yeah. That's pride. Come before the fall. God's going to show you where it came from. Yeah, it's coming. All right, they fear failure, right? Failure is not failure. It's just merely feedback. That's all. It's just the feedback. You need to change course in your direction, right?
Say that again, TK.
Failure is not failure. It's just feedback. It's just feedback. All right. And they fear success. Now, y'all think I might be kidding on this one. He actually got that printed. They fear success, but it's more people afraid. It's more. God's been blamed more than the devil, right? Right? And people fear success because it's outside of their identity. It's outside of how they see themselves. So when they get close to success, they'll begin to self-sabotage because it's outside of their identity. Now, I should be charging y'all for this today because this is a real game I'm putting in your life, okay? But I know what I'm talking about, right? Like I could charge you for this. It's that good. But it's about your identity. It's about how do you see yourself. So if you don't see yourself as a successful person, the closer you move to success, you'll start not making phone calls. You'll be late to a closing, right? Or, you'll just throw your hands up because they say, I don't like the kitchen. And you're like, well, I just forget it then, right? And let the whole deal go to hell because you're inside. If I keep making this money, it's outside of who I am, and that makes me uncomfortable. So I'm going to retreat to the familiar. That's what ends up happening. Okay. So, highly effective goals. Let's flip it to the next page. Y'all excited? Good stuff? Yeah. All right, good. So you came here today because you were looking for something. You came here today because you wanted something. You're going to leave with it too. Right? You're going to leave with it too. You're not just going to leave out of here the way you came, right? So, number 1, highly effective goals are written. We're sitting in this building, right? There's some guys just decide, man, let's just go build a 5-story, 4-story building. Let's just go build it. Call some cement contractors, man, shoot. Get some steel people. Get some electricians, some plumbers. Let's just go build a building. No? No, they had to go to plans. They had to draw blueprints, get architects. They had to put it all together, right? Then they had to send it to the city. Say, this is what we want to build. Here are the plans. But you want to build your life, but you're just going to get it done. Fire it up. We're going to do it this year. Woo! Right? ain't got no damn plan, right? You don't do it, right? The first time you get busted in the nose, and you 2 days before close, and they bought a new car, you think, oh man, now you losing again. Man, I told you don't buy nothing until you close. Oh man, but it's the Escalade. Right? Couldn't pass it up. Okay. All right. I think this is a typo on my thing, but it's written in present tense. Okay. So, I am a success. Not I want to be a success. I am a closer. Not I want to close. I am. Right? I'm a $5 million producer. I am a $5 million producer. I am a $10 million producer. I'm a $20 million producer. I am. Not I want to be. Not I want to be. It's time bound. It's a deadline. Yes, sir.
What do you have on the
I'll tell you about that. Okay, so time bound. You want to have a time on there. So we're looking at 2019. That's our goal. 2019. We're doing a 1 year goal. All right, 2019. That's what we're working on. Okay, 2019. Stated positively, right? And by the way, I want to lose weight is not a good goal, and I want to be out of debt. Those are tasks. So a better one would be, I weigh 155 pounds. That would be a better, I weigh 155 versus I want to lose. So what happens if you lose something? What's the first thing you want to do? You want to go find it. Right? Anybody lose weight, go find it back. Right? Just saying. Anybody pay their bills off and they grew back? I did. I paid mine off and it grew back. Okay. So you don't want to be debt free. You don't want to say Luke. You don't want to get out of debt. You might want to say I want to have this amount of balances on my credit cards, or I want to have a zero balance. You want to state it in a different way. Okay. All right. Specific and measurable, challenging and reasonable. So in NLP we do something called chunking. All right. Chunking. I just left the meeting. Because I have a meeting, but Johnny scheduled a meeting on top of my other meeting. Because Johnny is Johnny. I left my other meeting. Talked to a guy, he said he wanted to make $200,000. He's rolling 12 right now, it's $42,000. I'm like, okay, all right, okay. 200,000 is a good goal, but not for you right now. Let's just make 100,000. I mean, let's do 100 first. And if America make 100, we need a ring, right? I'm like, let's do this first, right? Let's make 100 first, and then let's make 100 by June, and then we work on the 200. But the 200 is so big, it's actually going to be a demotivator because you really don't believe you can do it, so you're really not going for it because it's just so, it's past your belief. It's got to be stretchingly believable, right? So who wants to disclose how much they did in volume in 2018 that's willing to disclose how many homes they sold? What's the volume? Anybody willing to disclose that? Anybody? Bueller, Ferris? For what? 4 homes? Okay, good. 4 homes. Okay, good. You did 4 homes. All right, so you did 4 homes. So since you did 4 homes, then 15 probably would be a good goal, right? I don't know. Y'all are realtors. I'm not. I mean, if you did 4, if you turn around and do 15, that's stretchingly realistic. That's a little more than 1 a month. That's doable if you work the numbers, right? Are y'all with me? Yeah. So we call it chunking down. So how do you eat an elephant? Right, so what happens with your goals, don't go too big, don't just get gigantic, because you're not gonna, your belief level is so far from that, it's not gonna motivate you. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. And then consistent with your personal mission statement, okay? You can't have goals that are in conflict. And so one of the things that we teach people is a well-formed outcome. I think I have that in my office. I might go see if I can grab it out there. But anyways, one of the things you want to do with a goal is you want to make sure that the goal is ecological. Okay, so the goal doesn't go against your values. So I was going through this process with a friend of mine one time, and I said, if you get what you want, do you stand to lose anything? And she said, yes, time with my daughter. Well, you're not going to go for a goal. That goal is not, you need a different goal. That's not the right goal for you, because you're not going to go for it because it's going to take you away from your daughter, and that's very valuable to you. That's something you value. With me, so that's not a good goal. We got to come up with something else, because that's not really good for you. Does that make sense? All right, good. Okay, good. All right, so let's see here. So does everyone have paper? Everyone has paper? All right, good. So this is lesson 1. Lesson 1. I know y'all like hearing me talk. I'm dynamic. I know it. But we're not gonna get a lot of you with that, okay? We're gonna get just what we need. I know I'm very entertaining and exciting, and I know that, but that's not, it's not about me. It's about you. So right now we're gonna start in lesson 1. So what I want you to do is on your paper, we're gonna do this right now. I want you to write out your personal definition of success and mediocrity, right? And then what I want you to do, right? You're gonna do this. By the way, no one is gonna review these. These are totally for you. We're not gonna have you do either show and tell. We're not gonna do that either. So you're gonna do a sheet of paper like this, and you're gonna say God. On this side, it's gonna say God and me. And this thing right here is let God. So on this side, you're gonna put all the things that you can control or have influence of, just like it says. And on this side, these are the things that only God controls. So, ready, set, go. You got about 15 minutes on that. This ain't no lecture, people go to work.
If you don't believe in God, put letters, universe, whatever it is you do.
That's right.
Up on extremely high, extremely nice thread count sheets.
How many? 3.
I love that Tony is close. I can smell it. I'll get up and put my Gucci house robe and shoes on and go prepare breakfast for my wife and daughter. I'll enjoy a world-class cup of coffee in my amazingly warm, cozy home. After breakfast and experiencing the naked greatness of my wife, I prepare for my cash game at Vaquero with the fellas. It's golf course. I'll shoot in the low 70s, win about $5,000, while feeling grateful for my life, health, and strength. I'll be giving glory and honor to God and thanking Him for my surroundings and the environment which He's allowed me to participate on or in on the natural side. Making sure that my gratefulness and my graciousness is transparent through my actions and my life. I'll leave and go pick up my baby from school, and she'll be excited for me to be present. I'll call my son on the way home as he is in his 2nd year at Princeton and have a fulfilling whole conversation about his studies and endeavorous adventures on his Ivy League campus. Upon arriving home, my wife and I will share a loving, hearty embrace and go, can't read my handwriting, I'm sorry. Oh, and then she will go about her day. I will spend some time going over my daughter's day again for the 2nd time, as I am affirming my position in her life daily. I'll reflect back on my day and again be grateful through meditation and prayer, and I will collect my thoughts as I go into my private time. After my private time with my family, we'll all go up to our media room and we will enjoy a movie together where we'll all fall asleep. I'm a very simple person, as you can tell, but that is what's important to me. So I guess the objective of that day in 9 years is to be very specific. Does that make sense? Be very specific. Be very intentional, specific perspective.
How you doing? Y'all be close to 25 minutes now, but it's okay. How y'all doing? We getting close? Are y'all alive?
Yeah.
Tell you, y'all make some money, y'all just get pumped up. I'm telling you, man, you know what I'm saying? When you walk in the room, do you brighten it up? Do you light it up? You know I do. Y'all get started now that I'm here. All right, y'all, I'm telling you, this is real work. This is the planning stage. This is money. You're making money right now because you're getting clear about what you want. You ever see those guys in football and they so busy trying to run they miss the pass? See? This is a very important step. First step is you got to catch the ball. You got to get clear about what you want. People trying to run, but they don't have no plan. They're not clear about what they want. So that's what you're doing right now. So keep working. You're doing good. Proud of you. I'll change your life. Thanks to the Minority Real Estate Alliance and Jack Man. Do you have any prize or new story about 9 years from now will be the best? You know what? I know we're going to give away. I got some what? Give away. Y'all are going to be impressed. Whoever's willing to share their story, we have this amazing navy-colored community national title, or you can choose it ivory. It's ivory. It's not white. It's ivory. These are the grand prizes for anyone that's willing to share. Man, compliments of community national title. I only have 3 though, so that's all I got. Say what now? What now? What's your name? So Alvin wants to know what happens if he doesn't complete my exercise in the next 5 minutes. Then you need to go home and finish it. Right? You need to go home and finish it, right? So you have it, you have the information. You got to put the work in. But one of the challenges that you had to think about what you want. And that's different, isn't it? It's like, ooh, what do I want, right? We're just getting started. Just getting started. 5 more minutes.
But it's important though that it's what you want. A lot of you moms, you're so accustomed to doing what everybody else wants. Dads, making a living, doing what everybody else wants. This is a moment of clarity about you, what you want. Just because everybody else full-time, don't mean you gotta be full-time. Especially if you're making $100,000 a year selling real estate. I'm not making eye contact with you. I'm not making eye contact with you. You know who I'm talking to.
We're going to go to the next exercise. This one should be pretty fun. Okay? So everybody with me? Y'all ready? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Work, isn't it?
Yes.
Like work.
Like I said, thought is the hardest labor in the world. That's why so few people engage in it. Right? Everything begins with thought. Everything. Okay, so lesson 2 is we're going to create your personal mission statement. What 3 qualities would you like to be most associated with your reputation? Go through that, answer the question. Again, it's not for anybody to share with. This is for you personally. This one's going to be a little quicker. Okay, just answer the question like, what would you like to see written on your tombstone? You write your own eulogy. What would you want to say? Work through that. We're going to go through here, y'all. We're going to go through here starting at the top. We're going to answer all these questions. You're going to fill them in, right? You're going to fill them in from 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 9. You're going to do the whole page, right? Do the whole page. So, what 3 qualities would you like most to have associated with your reputation? Dependable, character, integrity. I don't know. Those come to my mind. Figure it out though, whatever you think, whatever it means to you. We should be getting on page 2. What are the 4 most important roles in your life? Friend, sales, entrepreneur, student, husband, mother, etc. Which 3 metaphors accurately describe your life and why? Life's a game, life's a bowl of cherries, life's a pitch, life's a test, life's a competition, life's a gift, life's a dance, life is like a movie, life is like a cycle of seasons. Life is struggle. Life is like a school. Life is a challenge. Life is a sprint. Life is a marathon. Life is a gamble. Figure it out. You tell me. Right? Which one is it? We like to go to cherries. That's I got a great life.
It's okay to admit that.
I have an amazing life.
It's okay to admit that. Oh, you said life.
Life.
Oh, life, okay.
Everything. Great marriage, great kids, great business, great health, great relationship with God, everything. Good Jesus type. Great life. People say, how's your life? I say, come on, my life's amazing. We have to make time for this. This is very important. You're not too busy to do this. Right? You have to make time to do this. You have to. You got to get clear about what you want. Really, all we're doing today is we just get the ball rolling. We're going in the right direction. All right? This is just the beginning. But you got to take the time to put in the work. And you want to come up with every excuse in the world to not do it. Right? Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I didn't know I was going to do it right now. Oh, no, you got to take the time. You got to focus. Work.
Okay, one of the things I found
Work.
is there are about 3 reasons or 3 different situations where we actually take the time to complete it. And they involve the first 2, birth and death. Either one of those things happen, you stop and you deal with it. Functionality of it, right? And then lastly, the sign up. That's kind of a metaphor with get to place it in your life. Whatever the sign-up process is to do it, whether it be the passing test, whether it be getting married, whether that process of having a wedding, that's the sign-up. Those are the only real free times when we actually sit down and focus. Every other time we wing. We got to be more intentional about putting these efforts into our daily life.
No winging it. We're going to stop it where it says, right here where it says, personal mission statement outline. We're going to stop here and we'll let you do that at home on your own. Because that's going to take a little time and thought. So you have homework, right? You have homework. Yeah, Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut. There you go. Anybody want to share that 3 metaphors that accurately describe the outlook on life? Anybody want to share that? Yeah, what you got, Doc?
Life is a gift.
That's right.
Life is a movie. Life is a movie. Life is a marathon.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Anybody else want to share? Okay, what you got, Doc?
Life is a gift. Life is a cycle of seasons. And life is a marathon.
I like it. Okay. Anybody else? Ladies? Okay, got one right here.
Life is a gift. It's a precious opportunity that was given to us. Life is a dance. We choose the direction and the pace.
I love it.
Life is a cycle of seasons. We have to be prepared to change with the seasons, and we have to stock our closet with the proper type.
High five. What is your name? Jacqueline. Anybody else? Oh, one in the back. Okay.
Life is a gift.
Life is a gift.
Life is like school.
Life is like school.
And I was gonna put life is like a movie.
Life is like a movie. Okay, good. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. So has everybody gotten through that one? Everybody know what they want on their tombstone? Mine is here lies a stud. Yeah. Y'all know anything about Art Williams? That's y'all right there. Yeah. Here lies a stud or here lies a dud. Right? How are we doing on that? Johnny, go ahead, please, embellish, share with us, since you took the time to just put it in front of everybody. Life is a game, life is a cycle of seasons, life is like school. Go ahead, Johnny. Take us away.
3
We'll cut the
qualities.
music off.
Gracious, dependable, accountable. Activities I love the most: golf, hunting, and cigars. Important, spending time with Tony. Building a Fortune 100. My philanthropic endeavors. With people: Helen, Tony, and Hugh. Things they have in common. Heart. No restrictions. What do you think? No restrictions. 2 more children. Build a school for entrepreneurs. build a homeless shelter for growth, helping the homeless get up, seeking mental counsel, whatever they need, all that stuff. 6 things: joy, health, 75 million in the bank, 20,000 acre ranch, 5 million in monthly revenue, healthy group of friends, what I die for, my children, my wife, my sister, my brother. Why work? I work for legacy. Evidence, my business and my family. Important roles, husband, father, entrepreneur, leader. Life is a game, life is a cycle season, life is like a school. To be known for my determination, my love for family, my resilience, my graciousness. On my tombstone, that I'm John's son, it's my father. If you could write your own eulogy, what would you want it to say? That's a tough one for me. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's very important to me that other people say what they want to say. Does that make sense? Because that would be my life's work. And for me, I've been shaped by my own father's funeral, where it was like this. Just first of all, it was 20-some people there. And it was a big deal, right? And dignitaries came in, it was just a big deal. So for me, I want to live my life in a way where I can emulate that, and hopefully, whether it's a small funeral or a big funeral, people will feel the same way or a similar way about me.
That's it. That's it. So we're going to take a minute. We're going to watch another very powerful video, because what I'm really wanting to do today is to really stress to you how important your thinking is and how it's shaping your entire life. And I want to bring it to your awareness, to your conscious awareness, how important the way you think is. That it's everything. And that you've got to take time to get clear about what you want. This guy right here is going to change your life, so just bear with me.
Right quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Give me some volunteers on how you feel right now about this. Because I know it's not what you expected. But how is it? Tell me what you're feeling.
It's kind of stopping you and making you do what I would say you're going to do every year, but don't go to this magnitude. Because it is thought-provoking. I couldn't even come up with my 10 accomplishments. Like, feeling like only at 2. So it's thought-provoking. I'm sure I want to, but I'm just saying it's making me really think about what I've done and where I want to do.
Same for me. It's really opening up my mind to.
Stand up, Terrell.
I'm Alvin, everybody. But it's doing the same for me. It's opening up my mind to more than just the numbers for my business, but the things that I want to accomplish personally, for my family, and where I want to be.
It's also,
What's your name?
this is my son. My name is Keisha Moore. It's also bringing you a deep thought as to what it is that you are really, really want. And, you may have thought about it, but to actually deeply think about it, put it on paper, it helps bring it to fruition.
It just sort of forces you to take yourself off autopilot. Like, 'cause we live so much of our lives like that.
Use script. In the first video?
Yeah.
That program.
Yeah. And you tell yourself you're not on autopilot, but you are.
Yeah.
So, like, this is forcing you to manually take yourself off.
Forcing you to manually take yourself off autopilot.
Good point, Jimmy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so, I think information like this is really good because you don't think about this type of information until you actually start doing something around this type of information. Affirmations are needed every day. You have to speak everything into existence. This is actually making your mind work today and speak out what it is that's important to you, or what can be important, or what can motivate you. And your daily walk every day, you don't do that unless you have something like this.
Good morning, my name is Reginald Cole. Everybody else can say their name. And I am your loan officer now.
Unless you're going to do it.
Huh?
Unless you're going to do it.
No, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But no, first of all, it's impressive to be able to come to a meeting like this to see somebody that looks like me all around it. And to be able to see us all come together to try to improve, to better ourselves. And so many times I write goals, I talk goals, I say goals, I put down goals. Like, I'm gonna do 50 million this year, okay? I know I'm gonna do it. I know how I'm gonna do it. I know who I'm gonna do it with. I already know it. But some of this stuff about myself personally, it was a challenge. So, but to be able to come here today, now I know, there's some stuff I need to work on, even on me, and not just my business, but on me, myself, to get better. And it's easy for me to help people around me do it, but it was hard for me to do it for myself. So, thank you. Thank you.
So I'll say this, when we go to game. So when I started my real estate lines, you can imagine some people saying, man, you just doing that to make a bunch of money for yourself. Right? I know that, right? I'm supposed to say that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I am.
Yeah, I know.
I am.
Unapologetic.
Yeah, I am. But it's because of these types of rooms, I can only make money if you make money. And one of the things I really want to help people do is stop counting other people's money and make it yours. This is about your money. I am a derivative service that can only make money with you. I can't make money independently of you. I can only make money with you. We have to be unapologetic, right? About positioning ourselves, writing down our goals, tying into people like TK, Alvin, who do extremely well. Stop apologizing or stop putting this false sense of bullcrap or whatever it is, saying that you're not worthy, right? If Tina don't make $150,000 in 2019, I have failed her.
He sure has.
She's joking. I am not playing. And I don't care what the economy does. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't make a difference to me. We are in the transaction business. What does that mean? That means when they're selling high, we're going to sell them high. When they're selling low, we're going to sell them low. The objective for me is just to get you thinking about how you're going to put this money on the board, right, and accomplish it. Hubby, I'm building you this doggone office out there. This is the most money I never spent in an office, right? I just mean I believe in you. My wife back there, she'll tell you, I ain't gonna buy no oranges spot on the We ain't gonna eat them, what we buying them for? Come on, TK.
Thoughts are the same ones as yesterday. So you keep thinking in the past, so you keep getting the same thing, and you wonder why is that? And you're unconscious. 95% of your life is being run by your subconscious. So it might make sense to think about we want to try to write some new programs, correct? That makes sense? Is this mind-blowing, mind-boggling? I mean, if you daggum fired up, I mean, it's unbelievable right here, man. It's life-changing. Man, dude, it changed my life. This is the coldest guy out there. I'm telling you. I'm a student. So you have this book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I'm going to read you a little quick excerpt from it, because what are we intended realities on their own using their minds and interacting with the quantum field? My 20-something-year-old daughter studies art in college. It was springtime, and I asked her what did she want to manifest during the upcoming summer break. She had a laundry list. Instead of the typical college student home for the summer job, she wanted to work in Italy, learn and experience new things, visit at least 6 Italian cities, and spend 1 week in Florence since she had friends there. She wanted to work for the first 6 weeks of summer, making a decent wage, and spend the rest of the break at home. I commended my daughter for a clear vision of what she wanted, reminded her that universal intelligence will orchestrate the way her dream would manifest. She would just take care of the what, and a greater conscience would handle the how. Since my daughter is practicing the art of thinking and feeling ahead of the actual experience, I merely reminded her not only to set her intention every day with regard to what that summer would look like, what people she would see, what events would transpire, what places she would visit, but also to feel what it would be like to experience these things. I asked her to create the vision in her mind until it was so clear and real that she was thinking that what she was thinking that became the experience, and her brain synapses began to wire that information as if it was reality. If she was still being the young woman in the dorm room with the dream of going to Italy, then she was the same person living the same reality. So while it was March, she had to begin being that young woman who'd been in Italy for half the summer. No problem, she said. She'd had experiences like this before when she wanted to be in a music video, when she wanted to experience an unlimited shopping spree. Both of these transpired in perfect elegance. I then reminded my daughter, you can't get up from your mental creation of this experience as the same person you were when you sat down. You have to get up from your seat as if you had just had the most amazing summer of your life. I got it, she said. She understood my reminder that each day she had to change into a new state of being. After every mental creation, she was to go about her day living in an elevated mood of gratitude generated by having that experience. My daughter called a few weeks later, Dad, the university is offering an art history summer course in Italy. I can get the cost of that program and all expenses down from $7,000 to $4,000. Can you help me pay for that? Well, it's not that I'm an unsupportive parent, but this didn't strike me as what she originally stated as her target. She was trying to force and control the outcome of the possible destiny instead of allowing the quantum field to orchestrate the events in a way that was right for her. I advised her to really inhabit that Italian trip, to think, feel, speak, and dream in Italian until she got lost in the experience. A few weeks later, she called again. Her excitement was palpable. She had been in the library chatting with her art history teacher. They eventually slipped into speaking Italian. Both spoke the language fluently. At that point, the teacher said, I just remembered. One of my colleagues needs someone to teach a level 1 Italian to some American students who will be studying in Italy this summer. Of course, my daughter was hired. Get this, not only would she be paid to teach, all expenses covered, but she would be in 6 different cities in Italy for 6 weeks and spend the last week in Florence and be able to be home for the second half of the summer. She manifested her dream job in every aspect of her original version. This wasn't the case of a young woman pursuing an opportunity in traditional dogged determination to find a program, search the internet, hounding professors, and so forth. Instead of following cause and effect, my daughter changed her state of being to the extent that she was causing an effect. She was living by the quantum law, and as she electromagnetically connected to the intended destiny that existed in the quantum, her body was then drawn to the future event. The experience found her. The outcome was unpredictable. It came in the way that she never expected. It was synchronistic, and there was no doubt that it was a result of her internal efforts. Think about that for a moment. What opportunities are out there waiting to find you? Who are you being in this moment and in every other moment? Is your being that way going to attract all you desire? Can you change your state of being? And once you inhabit a new mind, can you observe a new destiny? So again, you got to get clear about what you want. Then you got to learn how to go into meditation daily and create in the future. Man, I should be charging y'all for this. I really should. I really should be charging y'all. I really should. But I'm showing you how to get what you want. You can't get what you want until you're first clear about what you want. Then once you're clear about what you want, it has to become a daily meditation. Now, you've done this in your life already. You've done it. You've had moments where you've done it, but see, you didn't know what you were doing. See, the Bible, just like when you were a child, your parents told you the difference between right and wrong. When you got older, you understood it. You've done it, but you weren't aware that you were doing it, right? You've had those times when you've been in the zone and everything was clicking. But if you think about it, you were thinking that way. So we have this thing right here called the Future in Primerica. It's a jersey that you get. And one of the guys I've mentored in Ohio, when they first came out with this, he said, I want to get it in the Georgia Dome, which is where we have our big convention. And that was the first year they decided to do it at a dinner before, because it took too long. So we're going to get all of this, 150 people, we'll do it at a dinner. And he said, Terrell, everybody said, I thought about it every day, I dreamed about it, I dreamed I was going to get it in the dome. And he said, everybody that night, 149 people got their jersey. For some reason, they didn't have mine, and they had to give it to me in the dome. You think that's an accident? No. You think that's an accident? It's not an accident. So what I'm sharing with you is that, number one, you got to get clear about what you want. It's going to take time, and it's tough, because you run around saying you want to win. You ain't even took time to think about what the heck you want. I'm going to get it done. Get what done? I don't know, but I'm going to do it, right? But you got to figure out what you want. That's what we're doing. Figure out what you want. Then you take it to the next level. Once you're clear on that, then it's a part of your daily meditation. You start in the morning, and you get quiet, and you think about it, you live it in the future, and you run in your mind like a movie. Now you move it in the future. But what do most people do? They get up and they think about what didn't happen, and oh, I got to do this, got to pay this bill. Oh, they get on my nerves. They better not say nothing to me at the office. All that right there. So nothing that you're not moving forward, because all you do is thinking backward. Man, I should have charged you. All right, enough of that. Okay. So, with that being said, what time is it? All right. 2 books you need to get. You need to get Success Is Not an Accident. Okay? You need to invest $20 into your future. Lord have mercy. Somebody get blessed right now. Man, you can just put $20 in your future. Lord, geez, somebody, help us, Lord. Help us. Somebody, right? Success is not an accident, it's breaking the habit of being yourself. You just invest just $20 in you. Man, God's gonna bless you real good. I say, He's gonna bless you real good. Okay. All right. So again, what I always tell my people is, how much money are you gonna invest in you in 2019? Last year I did about, maybe $7,000. I went to Vancouver to do a retreat with John Keogh, the guy who wrote Mind Power to the 21st Century. Did a 6-day retreat that cost about $5,000.
Who's doing it with?
John Keogh.
What did he do?
He wrote Mind Power to the 21st
You
Century.
mean you read the book and you just went down the guy and went on a trip with him?
No, he has a retreat called The Awakening, and I went to it. But I mean, I spent a few $1,000s to
You
do
read
that.
the book and then went down the
But
guy.
I do that all the time, though. You know, I always do stuff like that. My wife was like, "You doing what now?"
Where we going 2 weeks? I got 10.
Yeah, we're going to Portugal. We're going to Portugal next year for 2 weeks to take a class to become. I'm a master practitioner at NLP, Neuro Linguistic Program, but I'm going to take a course to be an actual instructor. It's going to cost about $5,000, but it probably costs about $7,000 with air travel, hotel, and all that. But you know, I invest in me, and so what happens is, you know, you got to put some money. You got to invest in you and self-development. You know what I mean? Are you building a library? See, the next house I get is going to have a library, and I get a room maybe, but the library for sure. Right? Libraries for sure. When you get better, it gets better. So speaking of which, since you brought that up, so my original saying, because y'all don't know me, but that's okay. My original saying that I always say is, when you get better, it gets better. Meaning everything in life, when you get better, it gets better. And I've been saying for the last 3 years, that's going to be written in the book one day. It's my famous original crap. It's my original stuff, and it's going to say Terrell 90. Well, a friend of mine called me up, and she's like, you know, she had a book deal, and she said instead of writing it herself, she wanted to do it with a group. So it's about 11 or 12 of us going to write this book. I'm going to write a chapter, and I'm going to co-author this book. And my chapter is called When You Get Better, It Gets Better. So dadgum, it's in the book, right? So see, I spoke that into existence, right? I mean, so there is the internal aspect of success. Everyone wants to win on the outside. Everybody's trying to lose weight with something externally. But you can do weight loss surgery, and most of those people gain the weight back because they didn't change what was inside the person. So real change comes from the inside out. It doesn't come from the outside in. It's not that somebody's going to give you this great prospecting regimen that's going to help you win, right? I see that because I watch a little stuff. Oh, this person going to teach you how to list 20 houses. Hey, listen. If you don't have the internal motivation, you're not clear about what you want, they can tell you that all day, you still ain't gonna do it.
That's right.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go to the third. We're gonna take 30 minutes, 25 minutes to do this, okay? We don't have the full time to do it. If we go to lesson 3, all right, lesson 3. What lesson 3 is gonna tell you is that you need to write out 150 goals that you want to accomplish over the next 30 years. All right? So I want 50 right now. Okay? 50. You got 25 minutes to write out 50 goals, but a real winner is going to complete the entire exercise. Ready, set, go. Do it. Do it. Get her done. Do it. One of the things that I don't have time to get into right now, but I just give you a little snippet, is called acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is if you think about your 20 things that you accomplished in your life, right? If you just acknowledge, you know, that, hey, I got my real estate license, right? You know, I sold $1 million, I sold 10 houses. Whatever your accomplishments are in life, you can go all the way back to high school. You know, I started on the football team, whatever, right? But when you acknowledge the things that you've accomplished, it creates a success vibration. Sometimes we're so busy comparing ourselves to other people that we overlook the things that we've already accomplished. I mean, if you've been in real estate more than a year, that's a daggum accomplishment, right? Because what happens? Most people quit, right?
That's right.
Most people quit. You've been in 5 years, hey man, you're doing good. Most people quit. So you got to acknowledge the things, whatever, you know, it's acknowledgement. So that's part of what this creativity. So that's homework, right? That's homework. All right, so then we're going to get into this next sheet right here. All right. And I need you to, hopefully, right here it says, you can just read this, make a decision what you want. Okay, what goal or goals you want to reach by the end of December? We're going to go with the top 5 goals. Are y'all with me? Top 5 goals, right? Right now, I just need one. I need one, okay? For the exercise we're about to do, I just need one. Right? Let me tell you another thing about goals, right? I'm going to share a story with you guys. So, I sat down in a goal class like this in January of 2015. I was coming off a pretty bad year. You know, I made 6 figures. I made like $120,000, which for me was a bad year. And so I set a goal, an income goal, because you want to have a finance goal, a fitness goal, a spiritual goal, a family goal, a health goal, right? So I said I want to make $300,000. I'm at 120. So if you're at 120, you want to make 300. That's a long way away, right? But the thing I remember most about the goal is how much I didn't believe it. Okay, so you don't have to believe the goal at the time. Can you cut that music on? Yeah. You don't have to believe the goal when you write it. You're going to develop the belief for it, right? But I already made 200,000. I told you I was off. You know what I'm saying? I was at 200,000. I'm down to 120. So life wasn't good. Okay, it's just all relative. Trust me, it's all relative. Okay, so then I said, okay, well, what are the steps? I said, well, I'm going to increase my personal activity. I'm going to do 50,000 a month in business and get more people licensed. 1 year, 5 months later, I went over 300,000 in income. 1 year, 5 months later. That accident? It was an accident, right? Right? You got to get some plans. You got to get clear about what you want. It should be stretchingly, you might not have the full belief for it, right? You might not have the full belief for it, but it's okay, right? You'll develop it. You'll develop it. Make sense? Y'all with me? Okay, good. All right, so I need one goal because we're going to do something. We're going to do a process. NLP is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Raise your hand if you ever heard of Tony Robbins. All right, good. Anthony Robbins was trained by Richard Bandler and John Grinder, who are the founders of NLP. Okay? What he gives you is like an NLP experience. If you ain't never been to Anthony Robbins, Alicia Power Within, you need to do that. Me and my wife on the first date walked on hot coals, and they hot for real. It's not a gimmick, right? You just gotta keep moving. It's not a joke. They hot for real. Okay, but we walked on hot coals. It was incredible. We did it the first day because this thing is he wanted to do it the first day to let you know there's no limits, right? So he just did. But anyway, so that's kind of give you read his books with NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So we're gonna do a strategy. The goal-reaching strategy exercise. The purpose is to acquire the same feelings and creativity to a future goal found in reaching a past goal or found in a past success. Okay? So who's our Mo?
You okay with doing it? You're not okay. You tell
I'm
me.
good. Do whatever you want me to do.
Volunteer. Yeah, totally here, right? All right, good. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take a group of people, and Johnny's going to take a group of people. We're going to do this, okay? So we don't need to know what your goal is. That's not important to us, okay? So right here, you're going to be in the meta. We have the meta position. We got the past goal, curiosity, and the future goal, okay? Y'all ain't never seen nothing like this, have you? Yeah, I'm going to learn today. Okay, so anyways, all right. So I want you to think about what your goal is, okay? And so I want you to step right here into the past. I want you to think about a time. I want you to think about a time when you reached a big goal, when you had experience of reaching a big goal. I want you to see what you saw around you. You might have to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Go through your focus. Yeah. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. Try not to. Sorry. I want you to think about the time you reached a past goal. I want you to see what you saw around you. I want you to hear what you heard. Your internal dialogue, like what you said to yourself. I want you to feel what you felt when you achieved that goal. And I want you to spend a minute reliving this experience to the fullest.
Close my eyes.
Yeah, you close it. And I'm gonna repeat that.
Okay.
So let's start over. Go back. Take a deep breath. You know it's a little weird. You know it's a little weird. I want you to take this seriously.
Okay.
Take a deep breath. Deep breath. Relax. Get a balance in the room. Step into a past goal.
Something that you've done in the past and accomplished. All right, so what I want you to do is, this is a past goal experience that you reached. It was a big goal. I want you to see what you saw around you. I want you to hear what you heard, your internal dialogue, what you said to yourself. I want you to feel what you felt as you achieved this goal. And I want you to spend a minute reliving this experience to the fullest. Think about a time you reached a goal. Feel what you felt, hear what you heard, see what you saw. Relive it. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, so do it again. You can't touch on the set angle. Okay. All right, good. Now step off the goal line. Step back in that position. Okay. Now I want you to step into curiosity. want you to choose a time when you are strongly curious about someone or something. Okay? Someone or something. I want you to relive that experience. I want you to see what you saw. I want you to see what you saw. I want you to hear what you heard. What was your internal dialogue? Feel what you felt at a time when you were very curious. Is it because about something or someone? At a time when you were very curious. Experience that. Yeah. All right, so close your eyes. You said it. You touch it. Okay. All right, good. All right, now step off the timeline. Okay. Now, close your eyes. Yeah, tell me. So do you remember curiosity?
Yes.
All right. Now what I want you to do is I want you to step into your future goal. All right? We're going to step into a future. We want to make sure that your feelings are there. What we want to do is we want to think about your future goal. Okay? I want you to imagine what you're going to look like when you reach this goal. Okay? I want you to hear what you think, hear what you think, hear what you think you would hear in your internal dialogue. What would you be saying to yourself? Feel the feelings you might feel when you have this future goal. So, you want to imagine what you would look like, hear what you think you would hear what your internal dialogue would be like, and feel the feelings you might think you would feel when you achieve your future goal. Got it? Good. All right, so I'm not about touching this a little bit. All right, good. All right, step off the timeline. Okay, now, let me just test it again. Let me see your close your eyes. All right, you think about that future goal. You have it? All right, so now what I want you to do, all right, is I want you to step here in the past goal, all right, and I want you to experience what it was like to reach this goal, okay, experience what it's like, okay. Now, I want you to step into curiosity, right, step into this goal, right, and I want you to think about a time when you were very, very curious about your future. I want you to think about something or someone, okay? And integrate the experience of the past goal and curiosity. Blend those together. Yeah. Okay, good. Now I want you to step over to your future goals. Okay? Now I want you to take these two experiences together in this space. Feel the surge of energy and power integrated in your future goal. Notice and change it. Notice the change that occurred as the goal as a result of adding the energy of curiosity in the past experience. All right. So what I'm saying is, you combine those two experiences, you step into your future goal. How does that feel? All right. Good. I want you to think about what you want to accomplish. You know, you have the one goal in mind. You have it in mind, correct? You got it? Okay. Good. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to step on the timeline here. All right, step into the past goal, and I want you to think about a time when you reached the big goal. I want you to see what you saw around you. I want you to hear what you heard, what your internal dialogue was. What were you saying to yourself? I want you to feel what you felt as you achieved the goal, and I want you to spend a minute reliving this experience. Got it? Okay. So what I'm going to do, if it's okay if I touch you, okay, I want you to close your eyes and relive that again, and I'm going to anchor that. Okay? Got it? Okay, I want you to step off the timeline to the meta observer. Okay. And I'm gonna just test this anchor and see what your eye, okay, that past experience. Got it? Okay, good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to step onto curiosity. Step onto curiosity. And I want you to choose a time that you were strongly curious about something or someone. All right? Something or someone. And I want you to relive that experience. Okay? I want you to see what you saw around you. I want you to hear what you heard. What did you say to yourself? Feel what you felt at a time when you were very curious. Okay? So relive the experience when you were strongly curious about something or someone. I want you to hear what you heard. I want you to see what you saw. I want you to, what did you say to yourself internally? And I want you to feel what you felt at a time when you were very curious. Let me know when you got it. You got it? Come on, say it. All right? Okay? So step off the timeline to the meta observer. Okay, so we're going to go with curiosity. You got it. Okay, good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to step into your future goal. So let's step into your future goal. All right? And I want you to imagine what it's going to be like to achieve this goal. Imagine what you're going to look like. What are you going to hear What are you going to be saying to yourself when you reach this goal? What feelings do you think you're going to be feeling when you reach this goal? What feelings you might feel, what you might be thinking when you reach this goal? Tell me you got it. You got it? Okay, I'm going to set it. All right? So it's your future goal. All right? Okay, now step back into the meta position. All right? Now I want you to think about that future goal again. You got it? Okay, good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to step into the past goal and experience what it was like to reach this goal. Okay? Experience what it was like to reach this goal. Right? Taking this feeling, I want you to step to the right into the second space and experience the two situations together. So step from the past goals to the feeling of curiosity at a time when you were very curious. Right? And take these two experiences together into the future goal and notice the surge of energy and power by integrating these two. Right? You got to integrate the past goal and the curiosity. You got to integrate. Now let's carry them into the future goal. Step into the future goal. It says now take these two experiences together, step into the future goal space, feel the surge of energy and power, integrate into your future goal, and notice the changes that occur in your goal as a result of adding the energy and curiosity. How was that? How was it? Anything different?
I can set my goal right here.
Okay. All right, very good. Okay, have a seat. So neuro-linguistic programming means neuro meaning the mind, linguistic meaning language, language programs the mind, and so we're doing things in the body and in the mind to alignment. Does that make sense? Who's excited?
Yeah.
All right, good. You never did this before, right? You ever like have a sled or something or a bike and they just kind of push you off? Well, that's a metaphor of what we did today. Today we just pushed you off. Right. You got to go do the work. You got to figure out and hone what you want. You got to spend time doing that. That's why you're vacillating. That's why you're not making calls. That's why you're procrastinating, because you're not clear about what you want. If you were clear, you wouldn't be vacillating, you wouldn't be procrastinating. You wouldn't let things distract you. Like, man, I ain't got time for that because I got to do this, right? Because you're clear about what you want. So again, you've invested some serious time into yourself today. I think you should all give Johnny a hand because this was free. You want to surround yourself with people that are going to bring value to your life. The Minority Real Estate Alliance is bringing value to your life because you took a few hours today to get clear about what you want going in the future. I hope we got you curious about neuro-linguistic programming, that there are strategies out there that you had no idea existed that can help you move in the direction of success. We need strategies, right? You don't know them all, right? The beginning of understanding is to realize you don't. Well, first, the beginning of understanding is to have fear of God. But then after that is to realize you don't understand it. You don't know everything. So there's a lot of great strategies out here that can help you move forward. And you should get curious about, man, what can I do in 2019 to get better? What seminar can I attend? What book can I read? Who can I be around? Right? Are the people around you, are they making you better? Some of us, we need to clean some house. Got a bunch of people in your life just taking up space, ain't talking about nothing, ain't doing nothing, ain't bringing nothing. Man, you have to be hard. You be like, hey man, let me holler at you.
Yeah.
Right? Man, I just don't feel spending no major time with no minor people. You're gonna have to clean out some people in your life that shouldn't be there. Right? They're important, they're not relevant anymore to where you're going. It's not that they're not good people, they're just not relevant to where you're going. Man, if you ain't talking about no money, build no business, I don't worry about your job. Man, miss me with all that. I'm not interested in that.
We had a conversation with a lady one time, and the lady basically said that she was an entrepreneur, and we got midstream into the conversation. No. We got midstream into the conversation, and TK was like this. And then she said she had a job, he was like, ow. That chump kicked his leg so high up, and turned his butt cheek and looked the other direction. I'm out. She said she lost me. She said she had a job. She don't know what to
She was
do.
putting herself up to be. I thought she was full-time real estate knowledge. She's talking about she got a job, teacher school. She got a job. Like, ah, shit.
That was just a passion.
No, you gotta understand, the context of the conversation was tough. Let me tell you this.
Like, I completely.
Because that helicopter's here, y'all gotta do the one favor, it's not free. Get on Facebook or something. That's something. Get on Facebook, if you don't mind. Like Community National Title. If this meant anything to you, just give some true, emotion around what this meant to you, if you don't mind. And let's show TK some love on that too. Is that cool?